Good morning and welcome to Great Day Washington, our Friday edition. I'm Ellen Bryant along with Mary Marshall, and also our good friend Paul Wharton is joining us this morning.
Good morning, ladies.
Always good to see you.
You all look beautiful.
Just celebrated a birthday. Congratulations.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Every year is a reason to celebrate, right?
It is.
And you did it big, and we're going to talk about it later in the show.
Fun, okay.
But first, we're going to get into our morning mix. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Yeah, let's jump in.
Okay, we're starting off with some news this morning coming out of the Center for Disease Control. The CDC saying that 1,479 confirmed improbable cases of vaping illnesses have now been reported. Also, 33 deaths have been confirmed in 24 different states. You can see that our map there, that's where we're showing. It's a widespread problem, guys. It's not just in one section of the country. It's across the country right now that we're seeing this.
It is, and the majority younger people, teens, maybe looking for an
That's the
alternative.
biggest concern, right?
That is
for the
because
teens.
it's children. I think with cigarettes, we knew that those could be harmful, but it wasn't like instant. And while kids did try to smoke, it wasn't instant, hurting them. But when it's kids, teenagers, 16, who've barely even started life, it rings a different tune for you.
Yeah, I think the most shocking part of it all to me is the marketing was this is a healthy alternative to cigarettes.
Yes.
Right.
A lot of parents were even buying their kids vapes, do you know what I mean? Because they didn't want them to smoke and this was healthier. Oh, it's fruit flavored.
It's fruit flavored.
So yeah, a lot of people got the short end of the stick and it's just such a tragedy. So much so, you all know I'm about to launch my new hair care product line.
Right.
And if you noticed, the font of my line, Zhuzh, was very similar to Jewel. And when I saw all this happening with the deaths, I stopped production, changed the entire look of the brand because I don't want to be associated with anything like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it sounds so similar to, because it started with a J,
Right.
both with
Right.
J's and
Yes,
the same
exactly.
font.
I can definitely understand your positioning on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, healthy hair, not vapes.
Exactly.
Those vapes.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
don't
about
want to
those
be
vapes.
associated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're still in the stores though, ladies.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They're still there.
being sold.
So
I just saw the report that about 41 million Americans are using it right now, and they think that's actually going to increase, like up to 55 million by 2021.
Come on,
I don't
people.
know.
We know what
We'll
this
see
is,
what happens.
people. We know what it is. Stop.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
You-
It's
this-
easy for us to say, right?
It
I feel
is.
like
It is.
It's tough. So recently, and I love this, there has been a wave of body positivity. It comes from models and actresses. But then listen to what happened to this poor meteorologist in St. Louis. She was body shamed and then had this amazing reply to the person who shamed her. So Tracy Hinson is a meteorologist at KSDK, which is our Tegna sister station. She had this viewer bash her about her body, specifically about her stomach, sent her a message, and then the meteorologist replied with style and poise saying, "Dear Mary, yes, I do watch my air checks. No, I will not be strapping myself into a girdle because you don't like my belly. I like pasta, bread, and cheese too much to obsess over my weight. I like my body. And that's all that really matters."
That's it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm all with her. And I can tell you, post-baby, my stomach is not what it used to be. I didn't always have the time to work out like I did. And Ellen, I always talk, was like, oh my gosh, my mommy tummy. But it's unfortunate that you're a scientist and you're really just trying to tell somebody 75 and sunny or a storm is coming.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, but what about your belly? I'm like, does it have anything to do with the storm? Like, 'cause my belly's not gonna make the storm worse, I can assure you. But, kudos to her for being classy about it. And I think after a while, it just comes with the territory. You got to have thick skin going into it, and I always have. My first manager told me I look like Elvira, and I should take a career in PR instead of TV. It just makes me work harder and push harder.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
But you know what, ladies? What other people think about us is none of our business.
This is true.
We out here living this good old life, feeling blessed every day. If you don't like the way I look, turn the channel.
Yes. Isn't it interesting? They take minutes out of their life to send us these messages when it's like, don't you have better things to be doing than to be telling me about my stomach?
Exactly. Our time is our most valuable asset. Why waste it on that?
Yeah.
Listen, people, brains is the new black, and confidence goes with everything.
It does.
Get out there with your big tummy and all. You were living good, right?
Yeah.
All that good living.
I mean, look at Lizzo and like what she's been doing. I love her, and she's so body positive and confident, and I'm like, I want to be her.
Absolutely.
I want to be her, and it's not the traditional what you think of for someone in Hollywood to look like.
Absolutely.
I know. Ashley Graham is another one who I like, who really
Yeah.
gets on Instagram and puts it out there. I love her too.
Exactly.
She's gorgeous.
All right, did y'all see The Lion King when it was out in theaters?
I saw the
Not
original.
yet.
The original.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know the man who is behind all of the songs. He wrote Can You Feel the Love Tonight? He's not feeling the love for the new Lion King movie. Sir Elton John said in an interview with GQ that the new version of The Lion King was a huge disappointment to me. This is right before the Blu-ray release of Disney. This Disney remake comes out on Tuesday, October 22nd. He said he just didn't think the album had the same impact that it did 25 years ago.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I asked that to my son because he watches every afternoon. He requests to watch The Lion King. Not the new one at the theaters. We thought that one might be a bit too rough, but it's such a classic. It's like, how do you go wrong with that one?
Yeah.
I met Elton John once, actually. He was pretty nice when I met him, but you know.
He's cool. He's eccentric, and he was so intimately involved with the creation of The Lion King. And whenever you have that much participation in a project, I mean, it's hard to see a reboot, but that's what it is. It's a reboot. It's up to the times, it's up to the minute, and you know, you just have to accept it. I mean, some things maybe just shouldn't be recreated because they were done so well the first time.
It's like,
we
how
won't
do you
do it
improve
again.
on
This
it?
is true.
Exactly.
This is
I
true.
was wondering, because in that article he said he wasn't asked to help out as much as what he probably wanted to, and I thought maybe he's just saying this regardless of what he actually thought of the
Elton's
film.
salty. I met him too. Elton is definitely. If he didn't do it, it ain't right. It is not right. And I get it. And I get it sometimes. You know what I mean? I get it.
Yeah.
He's an artist, and he's earned the right to you know, to be the boss. But I think it's still great for the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great. I saw it. I really enjoyed it because it brought back those childhood memories.
People were actually giving Beyonce some flack. They were saying they didn't like her song as well.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh, don't go against the Beehive.
Well, that wasn't me.
I know. Careful. When they clap back, it's like.
People know I love Beyonce.
All right.
All right, check out this novel idea coming out of Las Vegas. You know we get so many parking tickets here. We need to bring this idea here because between now until November 16th, if you get a parking ticket, you can pay off the fine with a food donation. It's only going to apply to parking citations, so if you're speeding, it's not going to work for you. But the City Council says they're going to take these donations and then use them to help people during the holiday season.
That is so wonderful. I think this is so great because, you know, a lot of people, I think we feel like when we get those parking tickets, it's just, they're trying to make money off of us, or they're, you know, they're standing there waiting for that 1 second. So this, I think, is not only a good example of sharing and being a government agency that's doing that, it makes people want to, you know, help out even more. So I love this idea. You're right. I wish it would spread.
All right, DC. I want DC to listen up to this. I think it's absolutely fabulous. You know, the Capital Area Food Bank, under Feeding America, they feed over 600,000 people a year with 30 million pounds of food, half of which is fresh produce. DC is ranked between number 1 and 2 at children at risk for hunger in the entire United States. So we need this in DC. We need this in DC, you know, and what happened in Vegas needs to come to DC this time.
It doesn't need to stay in Vegas.
It doesn't need to stay in Vegas. Let's bring it on down here.
Bring it to DC.
Come on.
And then, are y'all Wheel of Fortune fans?
Yeah, I did some Pat say Jack and
Okay, I can get with that.
Well, this was really interesting because this man on Wheel of Fortune spoke very candidly about his marriage, and then it has exploded. Take a listen.
And talk about your family.
I've been trapped in a loveless marriage for the last 12 years to an old battle axe named Kim. She cursed my life with 3 stepchildren named Star, RJ, and Ryan, and I have 1 rotten grandson.
Yay! No wonder you came here. You just wanted to get away from everybody. I know you're being facetious.
Absolutely. I love them like nobody's business.
Oh my gosh, this clip has gone viral, of course, on social media. Blair, the gentleman there, he ended up winning about $6,000 on the show. Do you take that risk and say those sort of things?
There's a little truth in every joke, right?
I was thinking it. I was gonna let you say it.
Well, I think he was thinking it, and then he started, and then he just kept going. And it's live TV, and he just kept going, and then he's like, "Uh-oh, I said too much."
Rotten grandson. Cut it off.
Exactly.
Wow. All right. Well, Paul, thank you for joining us. We're going to hear more about his big birthday bash out in LA coming up. Miri's coming back as well. We have so much for you all hour long. Stay right there. We'll be right back.